What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. And I will try not to sing out of key. Oh baby, have a little help from my friends. All I need is my buddies. Have a little help from my friends. Boy, let me tell y'all something. I thought that song was written for the Wonder Years till I got into like my mid to late 20s. I didn't know that was Joe Cocker. I think that's Joe Cocker that sang that song. Or was it, I think that was Joe Cocker. I think that's who it was. It was him or the dude that sing Lazy Bones. One of them. But anyway, what's good, good people? Spartans, prepare for glory. That's what I'm about to start saying. That's going to be my new line. Spartans, prepare for glory. Because I got a doozy for y'all today. Look here. I hope that you all checked out the stream on the Voltron Network with my man DJ Just J and Lyric Speaks. It was very good. I was definitely glad I was able to catch that one and tune in. Also, I heard that my boy Nat B did a show as well. I didn't get to catch yours, but I'll catch yours probably after this or sometime tomorrow. But yeah, just shout out to everybody who is on the Voltron Network. Shout out to my brother like no other, my man Mr. Tommy Sotomayor. I hope that my brother's doing well. I want to thank him again for the platform. Thank him for allowing us to do what it is we do. Love you, Nick. Keep it moving. But to everybody else, hey, it's good to see y'all. Let me give the relationship rehab salute to the first person in the chat, which was none other than Miss Lady Sunday. Lady T Sunday. There we go. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. And everybody else that's out here, we doing our thing. And I tell y'all, this story is a doozy. And I saw it when it first like came about, but I was kind of, man, was that some thunder? I saw it when it first came out, but I kind of didn't get all of the information on it because this is like the fight with the transgender man that's out in a car accident or fender bender of some sort, and all we know of is that there was a severe ass whooping that took place, and now they're at the point. It is Joe Crocker. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and this severe ass whooping that took place, a lot of people are saying that it was a hate crime. Some people are saying it wasn't a hate crime. I'm going to show y'all what I've seen in the footage, and I'm going to let y'all decide, and then I'm going to give my piece on it, and we're going to go from there. That's pretty much what I want to do. So let's dive right in, and we're going to start out, as always, with the nice, sexy, sultry voice of none other than my wonderful wife. Yes. Wait, it's not letting me select it. There we go. Hold up. Wait. There we go. Alright. Boom. Let's do this.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17
U.S.C.
it does not. 107.
Tell me about it. It just made me want to do something to her every time I hear it. Every time I just listen to the voice, just makes me want to do something to you, girl. It's just what a man do when a man does what a man does. That's what I want to do. I'm going to do something to you. That's how it is. Alright, let's get back into it. Once again, it's on, and I'm going to play these videos. I got like 3 or 4, well, they like short videos, but I'm going to play the videos, and I'm going to let y'all check this shit out. This is wild. And I did notice one thing. In the news and in the media, they are calling this dude a woman. I don't know how that came about. I would say, because let me say this. I'm all for people wanting to live their life like it's golden. You want to do what you want to do. Hey, you have the right to do that. This is America. Okay? I'm all for that. However, if a zebra comes up to me and says, look, I'm a duck, motherfucker, I'm going to be like, okay, Mr. Zebra, I hear what you're saying, but when I see you, I'm going to say it's a zebra. I ain't going to talk to you at all. That's all I'm saying. So I get the fact that people are doing what they want to do, but the fact that they are referring to this dude as a woman, I don't know. But like I said, that's not for me to decide. It's just my opinion, which I have a right to as well, because see, it's America. There it is. So without further ado, let's do this. What up, DJ Magic? Okay. I tell you one thing, this nigga is giving her everything he got. He's giving her what you call the Scotty. You know the Scotty is when you trying to beam a motherfucker up and the Starship Enterprise ain't working, and Kirk calls downstairs and says, Scotty, we gotta get him out of there. We need more power. And Scotty responds, I can't do it, Captain. I'm giving you all she's got. That's what Scotty's referring to with the uppercuts that this motherfucker's throwing right here. He is literally just throwing haymakers. I'm like goddamn. I don't know what happened. That's why I'm really trying to find the footage of what happened prior to this, because he is literally just, I mean, you talking about just giving a motherfucker, giving her the best that he's got. Baby, he bet everything in that boxing ring. He's giving her the best that he's got. Baby, he punched so strong and so unselfishly. That motherfucker is trying to kill this motherfucking nigga. I swear for Lord he is. I don't know why he's that mad from a fender bender. Unless he didn't have no insurance, he was really going too far. I'm gonna say right now, I'm on the dude who's getting his ass whooped side, because it don't take that much to whoop somebody's ass from a fender bender. That's all I'm saying, because he is like going ham from this shit. I mean, just watch. That's like he like Bane almost. That's speed and determination. That motherfucker is really just trying to give it. He's giving it the best that he's got. Here come the cavalry. You got these. It looked like like two offensive linemen and a couple of defensive tackles that just came and hoisted this motherfucker up and got him to safety. But one more time, I just, man. He said, you say he making sure he don't lose to a tranny. I can't even go with that, UFO, because he had this motherfucker beat just out the gate. Look, here we go. He had, the fight was over before it started. Damn, fight over right there. He dropped it. He put the Tyson on her. The combo wasn't even landed yet. That's one hit a quitter. Right there, he done. She's done. He done. Whatever you want to call it. She done. She don't want no more drama right now. She like Martin Lawrence when he fought Tommy Hearns. It's like once he put him up on that wall, it's like, I don't want to fight no more. I don't want to fight no more. And that's why I said whatever took place before that, because the rumor is that the dude with the pink hair was talking cash shit and was walking around grandstanding and pissed somebody off. There's even a rumor of somebody offering $200 to whoop this chick with a dick. Well, I don't know chicks with dicks. It's only guys with tits. Whatever. Somebody said whoop this motherfucker's ass, and he took him up on the bet, or he was the motherfucker who car got motherfucking hit, cause he banged him. Fight is over. Mills Lane would have been said the fight is over. And then that nigga, now I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Let me take this back right here. I hate the nigga that's right here. And you gonna see this motherfucker right here with this white tee on. I hate that type of nigga. That's a type of nigga, okay? And I'm gonna tell you what type of nigga that is. When you have a group of guys or a group of niggas, group of gangbangers, whatever the case may be, you got your true hardcore gangbangers. That's them niggas that stand 10 toes down on what they do, what they believe. They believe in this gang shit. They believe in ass whoopings. Then you have the smart guy. You have the guy who knows how to make moves, who knows how to do what, he gets all the shit together, he make all the shit go around. He knows how to keep these niggas in line and keep these niggas moving forward in their purpose, okay? Which is usually one of your leaders. But then you have your regular soldiers, and all your little soldiers, you know, they learn the way, they just want to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves, so they gangbanging with these niggas. But then you have this one little nigga that talk the most shit. That one little nigga that will just continuously run off at the mouth, talk about how big and bad he is, and will either do one or two things. He'll either throw the first punch, or he'll sneak in for the last punch, or he'll throw some cheap shot. So when all of the nonsense goes down, when everything happens, he's never the one to resolve the shit and really just say, hey, I'm finished it. I took the motherfucker down. He ain't that one. He the one that when the person is on their last leg and their ass is well whooped, he come in with the, take that too, nigga. That's what he do. Or he the first motherfucker to throw a punch and run while everybody else and all the brawlers converge on the fight. That's what this nigga in this white tee do. Just watch him. Because he ain't had no business in this fight. This dude ass is well whooped. My man done hit him with the Anita Baker, and he ain't got nothing left. But watch what he do. See that? See that? You see that? Dude is beating his ass. What you coming in with the extra kick for? That's some bullshit. He punched so strong and so selfishly. He gave her everything, like he was in a boxing ring. He giving her the best that he's got, baby. He hit him with that in the bacon. And then these niggas come like, okay, man, you done had enough. Let's get these motherfuckers out of here. They say my man suffered a concussion and a fractured wrist, so his ass was well whooped. Let's move on to the next one.
We move to Dallas now. Police there within the last hour have confirmed more arrests, and they say they're expected in this attack of a transgender woman in Oak Cliff. Steve Pickett is getting that new information. He's right outside police headquarters. So they're categorizing this as a hate crime. Is that where we stand?
Well, at this point, they are working with the FBI, Doug, at this very moment to ascertain whether this particular attack meets hate crime statutes, federal statutes, and they are working with those agents right now to make that determination. As you mentioned, one person right now in custody. We do know from police 2 other individuals have been identified, but they have not been arrested at this point. But looking at that video, they believe obviously more than one person involved. Advocates for this woman who was attacked, they say another weapon was used in this attack: silence and intolerance.
This is not new to us.
Kurt Myers heads a South Dallas support group for hundreds aligned with Dallas's black LGBTQ community. What Myers saw in the video shared worldwide now, The images of people cheering on men beating a transgender woman named Malaysia Booker. He says he saw groupthink bias at its worst.
Everyone, it seems, in that crowd, thought that that was acceptable behavior and cheering it on or whatever, and it didn't matter who the individual was or what the backstory was.
The question now is, do trans lives matter?
Today, groups known more for protesting police stood outside the Oak Cliff apartment complex where Booker was attacked and challenged what many call visual proof of homophobia and bias on full display.
This hate crime that we see that should not be tolerated in any community.
29-year-old Edward Thomas is the only person in jail right now tied to Booker's attack. Police say the conflict initiated after a car accident. Booker apparently argued with others, then people urged men at the scene to attack her. And again, police tell us at this point they want to question those two other men who are identified in this arrest affidavit. Again, they haven't filed any charges against them, but they believe they too are involved in this. And again, the broader concern from the community, why people would sit there and let this happen, not only watch it, but record it. Reporting live, Steve Pickett, CBS 11 News.
So that's what the news said, and this was like the day of. This is the day that it happened. And then this is what developed next. This was still that same day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. All right, let's go.
My name is Vincent Weddington.
Vincent Weddington.
W-E-D-D-I-N-G-T-O-N. First name is...
Now, I don't know what Vincent's sexual preference is, but he sure sound like he's a sweet, darling little thing. That's the way he came in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He just came in like, my name. It's like he was about to say, my name is Antoine Merriweather, and I'm Blaine Edwards, and welcome to Men on News. That's what I was just saying. That's what it sounded like. That's exactly how he came in. Like, yes, this is a terrible thing that happened, but brother was well spoken, man. Let's just go ahead. I just had to say that. I ain't shit. I know it.
My name is Vincent Weddington. W-E-D-D-I-N-G-T-O-N. First name is Vincent, V-I-N-C-E-N-T. I'm currently lieutenant over homicide, SIU, all violent crime in Dallas. And I'll be giving you a statement regarding what happened at 3558 Willow. On April 12th, 2019, between the hours of 5 p.m. and 6 p.m., a transgender female was assaulted by several suspects at the World Crest Apartments at 3558 Willard Avenue. During the investigation, it was discovered that at the World Crest Apartments, the victim was involved in a minor traffic accident. During a verbal altercation regarding the accident, a male suspect began to physically assault the victim before several other suspects joined in the assault. The victim sustained serious bodily injuries and was transported to UT Southwestern by witnesses at the scene. On April 14, 2019, at approximately 9:30 p.m., Dallas police detectives arrested Edward Thomas, a black male, 29, for his role in the aggravated assault, which is being reviewed to determine if it meets criteria for a hate crime. The Dallas Police Department would like to thank the public for their continued support, tips, and assistance in this case. Detectives are actively canvassing the area for possible witnesses and involved suspects in this assault. We take such crimes very seriously and continue to ask if you have information.
All right, I'm gonna move this along.
A hate crime. So we're working with our federal partners to determine if...
I know that you could be charged with a hate crime when it comes to sexual orientation. Hate crimes...
This is where it gets interesting.
Determine if that has been said, and of course we have to determine who said that. We're currently reviewing all these videos to see if we can ascertain who, if anybody, made that statement at that location.
Do you know if state hate crime statutes limit what someone can be charged with in regards to a transgender person? So basically, I know that you can be charged with a hate crime when it comes to sexual orientation, but when it comes to transgender people, is there a limit there?
As far as penalty grade?
Yeah. Can you charge a hate crime?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
when involving a transgender person?
Well, the state of Texas and federal government, well, I should say this, the federal government, the
That's federal
FBI, will
crime.
be looking into this to see if this meets the criteria for that. We're not sure if this meets the criteria of a hate crime or not. I don't want to step.
Now that brings me to this point. So what he's asking is this considered a hate crime? And in my opinion, from what I've seen, this is not a hate crime. A hate crime is when you saying, I'm gonna beat your ass just because you black. I'm gonna kick your ass just because you white. I'm gonna kick your ass just because you gay, or I'm gonna beat your ass just because you're a transgender. Like Jussie Lyons Smollett tried to pull. That would be a hate crime for you. You have to get your ass beat just because of something that you can discriminate against by saying your gender, your religion. Hey, you a Muslim, I'm whooping your ass. I don't think that they have grounds for that here. There's not enough evidence to support that here because there was a catalyst with the accident. So the accident is the reason why they had this encounter in the first place. If that dude was just walking down the street and they jumped out and said, we gonna whoop your ass, then yes, they got a point. But that there is a catalyst with it being the fact that, hey, this happened, there was an accident, and that's how we got into it and going back and forth and all that shit. And I'm gonna show you that right here. Because that was, I mean, I know a lot of people are trying to say that this is a hate crime, but it's not, in my opinion. And that's this right here. So if you look at the definition of a hate crime, it clearly states the FBI defines a hate crime as a crime against a person or property motivated by bias towards race, religion, ethnicity, national origin, disability, or sexual orientation. And in my opinion, they didn't whoop this dude ass because he was a tranny. They beat his ass because of the simple fact that they got into it over this accident. Totally different. Just because you are gay and you get into a fight doesn't mean that whoever fights you, it's a hate crime. Does not mean that. And I don't think, or I hope that they don't let that get really confused here, because they're trying to walk that line and trying to say, because basically what that means is anybody who touches a person of a different gender or a different race, you can just say, it's a hate crime. They beat my ass. Yeah, I know he white and I'm black, but it's a hate crime. I know I spit on him, but he still beat my ass, so that's a hate crime. I cussed him out and told him ain't nobody gonna do shit to me, and we got into it and he beat my ass, so that's a hate crime. No, it's just basically assault at this point. So I'm not gonna play the rest of that because that's pretty much what they like discussed, but I do want to move into this last video here.
Well, today, activists are calling for more arrests to be made after a now viral video showing multiple people in Dallas assaulting a transgender woman. Our Jack Fink live for us at Dallas Police Headquarters with their message to police investigators. Jack?
Well, Ken, a group of transgender women want this assault case to be considered a hate crime. Dallas police have already said they've asked the FBI to come in and help them make that determination. And while there's no news on that front this afternoon, a group of women we spoke with at a news conference say they have no doubts.
It's clearly a hate crime, and for this to be dismissed as anything less than is injustice. So what we're here for is to make sure that all of those people in that video that helped and participated in that hate crime are punished for it.
A witness recorded the video on a cell phone where multiple people are seen punching and kicking the victim, Malaysia Booker's face, head, and body. Dallas police have already arrested Edward Thomas, one of the suspects in the video, for aggravated assault.
That's Anita Banger right there.
Police say more arrests may be made.
That's Anita Banger.
The arrest warrant affidavit obtained by CBS 11 says in the video, someone tells Thomas he would receive $200 to beat Booker. She suffered a broken left wrist and a concussion from being knocked unconscious. A group of women drove her to a hospital. The assault began after Booker accidentally backed into a parked car at an apartment complex. Activists with the social justice group Abounding Prosperity say they feel better after meeting with Dallas.
Boy, that motherfucker look like Glass Joe when he get knocked out on punch out. Goddamn, like, go, let me let this play.
Police officers this afternoon.
And some of the officers that have come down that have reassured us that they are here for us, that they are going to work towards, you know, making sure that Malaysia is protected.
That motherfucking name
And
is Malaysia.
Abounding Prosperity says they
Hell
have
no.
found a safe place for Booker to live. We're live in Dallas. Jack Fink, CBS 11 News.
Hey, look. You gotta watch that one more time.
Well, today, activists are calling for more arrests to be made after a now viral video showing multiple people in Dallas assaulting a transgender woman. Our Jack Fink live for us at Dallas Police Headquarters with their message to police investigators. Jack?
Well, can
don't have
a
to
group
be
of transgender women want this assault case to be considered a hate crime? Dallas police have already said they've asked the FBI to come in and help them make that determination. And while there's no news on that front this afternoon, a group of women we spoke with at a news conference say they have no doubts.
It's clearly a hate crime, and for this to be dismissed as anything less than is injustice. So what we're here for is to make sure that all of those people in that video that helped and participated in that hate crime are punished for it.
A witness recorded the video on a cell phone where multiple people are seen punching and kicking the victim, Malaysia Booker's face, head, and body. Dallas police have already arrested Edward Thomas, one of the suspects in the video, for aggravated assault. And police say more arrests may be made. The arrest warrant affidavit obtained by CBS 11 says in the video someone tells Thomas he would receive $200 to beat Booker. She suffered a broken left wrist and a concussion from being knocked unconscious. A group of women drove her to a hospital. The assault began after Booker accidentally backed into a parked car at an apartment complex. Activists with the social justice group Abounding Prosperity say they feel better after meeting with Dallas police officers this afternoon.
Y'all see that?
And some of the
Now tell me that ain't this. Tell me Y'all tell me that ain't what they just did. Tell me that ain't the truth. Just that's all I want. Stop me when I'm lying, goddammit. That motherfucker just did a glass Joe. That's what happened. He was just trying to gather himself and couldn't because he put that little Mac on him.
She suffered a broken
And
left
that
wrist and a
nigga was
concussion from being knocked unconscious. A group of women drove her to a hospital. The assault began after Booker accidentally backed into a parked car at an apartment complex. Activists with the social justice group Abounding Prosperity say they feel better after meeting with Dallas police officers this afternoon.
come down that have reassured us that they are here for us, that they are going to work towards So what we're here for is to make sure that all of those people in that video that helped and participated in that hate crime are punished for
That's pretty much what happened right there. I know. I'm sorry. Goddamn. Look, that's all I'm saying, man. That's what the shit looked like to me. That's all I'm saying. He took that glass joke, but oh man, at the end of the day, man, that's what happens. Sometimes shit gets out of hand and you know, you say the wrong thing, make the wrong move, make a nigga pop. And that's what happens. But that's exactly what it looked like when that motherfucker was going back and forth through this whole thing. And he caught them fruit flops and that check engine light came on and he couldn't do no more. He's like Jack the Bear's brother. Couldn't go no further.
CBS 11 News.
Oh man. God dog. Y'all got me in here sweating and everything. Look, I'm gonna say this, man. And this is just to wrap this up. I'm gonna keep it 100 if that's what you want to say and just be real honest here. First and foremost, whoever got their ass beat like that, that's a crime. And they need to lock the dudes up. everybody that threw a cheap shot, everybody that threw some type of side blow, some type of kick, punch, whatever the case may be, they all need to actually get prosecuted. Plain and simple. They broke the law. The fact that they jumped on this dude, the fact that they got into a fight and they beat that dude down like they did, hey, if he didn't initiate that and he didn't throw the first punch, whatever the case may be, then them dudes, they need to go to jail. They need to get their ass locked up. Second part to that is, I do not think that this was a hate crime because he was not beaten. He was not in a fight or in an altercation strictly because of the fact of his sexual preference or his fact that he's a transgender. That was not the catalyst for him being in that altercation. So the fact that he got his ass whooped as a transgender, that comes with the territory. You got your ass whooped, plain and simple. But I don't think that was a hate crime at all. I don't think that. So I would hope that the FBI can come in and find that, unless there's some other evidence. And this is all based on what I've seen. So I would have loved to have gotten the fight info or the fight footage before it happened, just to see how things turned out, or how things got to that point. But from what I've seen right here, this looks like, hey, we got into an accident. It was probably the dude's fault, and well, the dude with the pink hair's fault. And the fact that they got into it, shit went left, things got heated. There was a crowd. And as always, people are doing their camera phone, ooh, where's that? And the shit got out of hand, and that dude got his ass whooped. And it was a shame that it took some women to kind of break the shit up. But dude gave him the best that he had, and he beat his ass. And that shit was uncalled for. And like I said, if there was no other evidence, just based on what I saw, they need to go to jail. Even the dude threw the little cheap shot kicks, his ass needs to go to jail too. Plain and simple. But I would hope that they could clear this up and really get to the bottom of this and go ahead and prosecute and move forward. I don't think this needs to be a huge thing about it being something where it was, because he was gay or nothing like that, or because he was a transgender. I don't think it needs to go there, but I definitely do think that those dudes need their asses locked up for what they did. Because in my opinion, if that's something that you're going to say, hey, this person should go to jail for that, then now you have to open up you got to open up this whole thing to say, well, what do we consider a hate crime? The fact that you just got your ass beat, or you just got your ass beat by this person, or because you're gay or because you're not gay, whatever the case may be, because then you're going to be looking at things like this. And I can actually just show you this real quick, because I'm going to do a video, I'm going to do a show about this, but I definitely wanted you guys to see, because we could say that this essentially is a hate crime. And this is the young lady that got beaten up at the bus driver. And they like beat her ass because they thought that she was the one that did something to her kid, which she wasn't. She was literally filling in because the person who normally drove this route said the kids were so fucking bad on it that person fucking quit. Said, I'm not doing it. So that's my thing. It's like, where do you draw the line? And I think that this is a clear place where you can draw a definitive line to say, hey, this is definitely not a hate crime, but it is absolutely a crime indeed, and these people need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Lock their ass up, take them to give them their day in court, and give them some time for what they did. Plain and simple. And then if the guy who got his ass beat, if the transgender dude wants to go and sue them for hospital and medical damages and all that kind of stuff in civil court, absolutely should. Has every right to. So that was pretty much my thing. That was all I pretty much had for this, but I definitely wanted to cover it. I wish I would have had to, like I said, I would love to see the video footage beforehand, before the fight got out, before the fight broke out. If somebody comes across it, please just email me. Y'all got my email, therelationshiprehab@gmail.com. And yeah, I definitely look forward to seeing that. I would definitely come back and do an update to this if I get it. Last thing. And I wanted to make sure that you guys knew this. I am, or have decided to, I know what I'm going to do for my show on the Voltron Network. So what I'm gonna do is basically a relationship rehab live show where people can call in with their relationship questions and I can answer those questions. I think I'm gonna just start the show off with a particular topic, and if people want to call in and chop it up, we can do that. If not, I can go ahead and do my thing. Show could be, maybe I'm thinking about maybe 30 minutes to an hour, hoping that, keeping it a good time, but I'm definitely going to do that. It's just going to be, hey, all about relationship chat. Give me your questions. If you got some information or something you want me to talk about, or you want my opinion on stuff, that'll be the place where we can do that. So it'll be the relationship rehab, or I was thinking either the relationship rehab live, or I was thinking the relationship roundtable on the Voltron Network. So be looking for that. I'm probably thinking of maybe picking a day. I don't know if maybe Thursdays or maybe Tuesdays or something like that, or maybe do a Saturday or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna work that out with the rest of the crew to see when everybody else is doing their thing, so we won't have any conflicts. So it won't be, well, hey, I'm about to go live, well, I was about to go live, well, I'm about to go live too, so we won't have to do any of that. But be looking for that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please click that like button, please. I appreciate that. Let me check to see if I have any donations, and let's see if anybody gave me a donation on tonight, baby. Down here in Anolia, we got a lot of stuff going on. Let's see here. All right, man, my allergies have been kicking my butt. Boom. Yes, we do. All right. So, first and foremost, let me give a shout out and a thank you to Miss Beverly Jones. Thank you, Brian, for great work in making an old Italian Jamaican Lady Day respect, loyalty. That's what's up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your donation. Let me make sure I can say my man Ronald Spates. Thank you. Love your work, bro. Hey, man. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it, man. I'm trying to do my best. My man Jimmy D, thank you so much for your donation, bro. Showing love and support as always. Thank you, Jimmy D. I appreciate you, man. And then also, last but not least, Miss Lady T Sunday. Dollar Challenge, great story. Thanks. I appreciate you too. Anybody else? I think that's it. Thank you guys. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that somebody can learn from this and just see exactly, how things can go left. And the fact that I guess the most troubling thing about all of this was that the accident happened, shit happens. The fact that this dude was a transgender shouldn't have mattered. My biggest problem with this entire video is that there was a group of people, and we're talking at least 30 plus people, that just sat and watched somebody beat the shit out of somebody else. And I think that's very disturbing, to where we've gotten to the point in society that we will watch somebody get beat, we will film somebody get beat, we will upload and stream somebody getting beat before we stop it. I think that's where the problem is. I think if we're going to learn anything from that, if we're going to look into anything, if we want to question anything, if we want to challenge anything, I think that's where we need to start. The fact that this happens repeatedly amongst us, and I'm talking black folks, white folks, everywhere, it's a good majority of the shit happens with us, where we will watch somebody just literally beat the shit out of one person or the other to a pulp. Not, hey, I push you, you push me, I slap you, and we say, hey, break it up. I'm talking about beating to a pulp, beating unconscious, beating to the point of death, beating to the point of blunt force trauma, to where the injury incapacitates the other person. We laugh at knockouts as opposed to saying we want to help or stop somebody from getting knocked out. I think that's troubling. I think that is where the problem really is. I was just trying to make light of a bad situation with the Glass Joe thing, which was funny as fuck, by the way. But either way, it's a problem when we just sit and watch that. And I would hope that that's what causes more concern. I would hope that that's what we want to try to focus on the most, to say we need to get out of this thing to where we want to film and record other people being brutally damaged or being in pain or suffering. We want to film that first as opposed to helping them first. Because if out of those, it only take 1 or 2 people to record. Out of all those people, if you want to record it for evidence and for footage, fine. You want to record it for shits and giggles, that's your right. But I think that there's a humanity piece to this, to where we need to be able to jump in and at least try to break up the fight, try to stop the fight, try to keep each other from killing one another or one killing the other. I think that should be our concern first, just from a humanity perspective, as opposed to wanting to be entertained. Spartans, prepare for glory. Are you not entertained? That's our mentality. That's what we want to see. We want to see blood and sand as opposed to helping our fellow man. Oh, thank you for your donation, Troy. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I am Brian Redmond. This is Relationship Rehab. And remember, I hope that this helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Give me your thoughts in the comments section. I look forward to hearing from you all. Peace, and I'll see you guys on the Voltron Network. And I'm out.